Okay, so how many of us cannot hear me? How many of us cannot hear me? I was like this about 16 years ago. Okay? But I'm a very still young man. How many of us want to be doctors? My goodness. How many of us want to be nurses? Teachers? Bankers? Farmers? Wow. Wow. Journalists? How many of us want to be pastors? How about lawyers? Presidents? My goodness. You know something? Let me tell you something, okay? I want the place to be quiet so that you can hear me. Hello? Hello? Many years ago, I had a headmaster who asked our class, how many of us want to be policemen? And then the whole class, nobody raised their hand. Are you with me? How many of us want to be teachers? The hands were down. When they said doctors, when they said lawyers, when they said bankers, when they said nurses, everybody's hands were up. But let me tell you something. It is good to be a doctor. Are you with me? But ask yourself, why do you want to be a doctor? Is it because of the money? No. Is it because you want to care about people? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Do you know you can still care about people without necessarily being a doctor? Yes. So why do you want to be a doctor?
Well, I want to save a life.
You want to save a life. I like that. Do you know you can still save a life without being a doctor? There's this mindset that we have that the greatest profession are the doctors, the nurses, the bankers, and all that. But look around you. There are other great professions, okay, that are doing well. You just don't have to be a doctor to save a life. If God has not called you to be one, you don't have every right to be one. Because when you grow in the next 10 years, you realize that it's not anything strange to be a doctor. Are you with me? Are you with me? Because if it's about money, then you're in the wrong profession. Today we're going to talk about your health. How many of us are afraid of injections? How many of us have been operated upon before and undergone surgery? How many of us have been to the dentist before? Was it painful?
Yes.
Would you want to go there again?
No. Never.
How many of us have taken malaria drugs before?
Me.
Would you want to be a friend to the mosquito? Do you hate mosquitoes? Really? Okay, so a mosquito and a snake, which one are you afraid of? But you just said you don't want to be a friend of the mosquito. You hate the two of them. What's your name? What's your name? Memuna. Oh, I see. You're a Muslim. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so you see, let me tell you something about the mosquito. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. How many of us know the story of Noah? Do you know that he also put into the ark the mosquito? Yes. Listen. Let me give you one big truth, okay? I want the place to be quiet. Listen to me. The mosquito does not give malaria. Are you shocked? Yes, because that's what your BC examination tells you. Huh? The mosquito doesn't give malaria. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Are you shocked?
Yeah.
Are you shocked?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll explain it. There is something the mosquito feeds on, which is your blood. Okay? And inside your blood, it's an organism. In your term, I would say a germ called the Plasmodium parasite. Are you with me? So the mosquito picks it when it bites you, and it enters the mosquito through the saliva. Okay? So when let's say our sister Memuna has malaria, okay, and the mosquito bites her. What's your name? What's your name? What? Esther. And the mosquito bites Esther. The mosquito transfers the parasite into the blood of Esther. Are you with me? So the mosquito doesn't cause malaria. It is the parasite that causes malaria. Do you understand?
Yes.
For those of you who are in GSS, you would appreciate this when you get to SS, okay?
Yes.
Now what happens is that when the parasite enters your blood, it multiplies itself. Are you with me? And the more it multiplies itself, the weaker you become because your antibodies can't fight it. Do you understand? Now most of you don't want to be in the hospital. How many of us want to be in the hospital? You want to be in the hospital? You want to be admitted as a doctor? How do we cause the malaria parasites to be minimized? By controlling the mosquito. True or false? Are you with me? How many of us believe that the mosquito was not created to just cause malaria? How many of us believe that the mosquito was not created to just cause malaria? Okay. How many of us know of cholera? How many of us enjoy vomiting? So I'm going to spend the next 2 minutes to tell you something, okay? You know you could prevent all this. Do you know you can prevent all this?
Yes.
I can bet you after this fanfare, if we should come back, you will see a lot of what you are eating, the yogurts and the plantain chips and the popcorns, the wrapper on the ground. Let me ask a question. Who placed them there? We, right? Who is going to pick them? Are you sure? So the question is, why then did you place it on the floor in the first place? When there are dustbins around. And the practical example is just look on the floor. You see right in front of you. People are eating yogurt and placing them on the floor. Is it a good habit? So what are we going to do? So whoever is standing right close to a rubber, just pick it up.
Actually, yeah.
Great. Let me leave you with something, then I just descend, okay? I want you to have your mind right now. Listen to me. When we clear the environment, okay, you'll be very healthy to become our doctors, to become our teachers, to become our lawyers. Do you agree with me? When I was coming, just right in front of the school, you could see that the gutters are choked. From your house to this place, when you look on the street, you see that people have dumped rubbish on the floor. True or false? Who placed them there? It's a human being. True or false? Can the rubbish walk by itself to the rubbish dump?
No.
Can the rubbish walk by itself to the refuse dump?
No.
Can it walk by itself to the dustbin?
No.
Who should take it there?
Me.
Zoom lion?
No.
Zoom lion?
Yes.
How many of you think Zoom lion should do that work?
No, nobody.
Do you know that when the mosquito bites, it doesn't discriminate whether you're a Zoom lion or you're a student of St. Andrews or you are from any other school? It bites you because you're a human being with blood. Are you with me?
Yes.
So if you keep your environment clean and you keep yourself clean, how many of us chew our fingers? How many of you washed your hands before coming here? How many of you will wash your hands when you go home? Are you sure? What are you going to wash your hands with? Soap and what? Good. So somebody said soap and what? Clean water. Because the water in the gutters is still water. True or false? So the correct thing to say is soap and then clean what? And clean what? One day you become leaders of this country. And trust me, when you become leaders, you would have to fight the same battle that we are fighting. Are you with me? If you don't want to get sick, don't throw rubbish on the floor. Are you with me? The guys, you play football a lot. When you go home, take a shower. Are you with me? Those of you who don't like bathing, it's a bad habit. Huh? And the ladies too, especially those of you who are in GSS. Some of you have started a thing. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Some of you have started a thing. When it comes, keep yourself very clean. Are you with me? Check the food that you eat. Are you with me? Check how you exercise yourself. How many of you exercise? How many of you go for jogging? Are you sure? Okay, so I'll be around. I'll watch some of you do the games and I'll see whether you're strong or not. Are you with me? So finally, let me just say this and then we close, okay? One day, all of you will become adults like me. Are you with me? Do you understand? One day, some of you would have to go to the hospital because you are sick. Are you with me? I pray that nobody gets to the hospital, okay? But I pray that if it happens that you go to the hospital, you'll be well taken care of, okay? But however, you can minimize the rate at which you go to the hospital. Do you agree with me? It's by keeping yourself clean and check the food that you eat. How many of us watched the advert where the child was buying wache and the lady was giving her eggs and she was taking it with her bare hands? Huh? How many of you can be bold to tell the wache seller, please don't give me that egg? How many of you can do that? Are you sure? Are you sure? How many of you eat plantain chips? How many of you wash your hands before eating plantain chips? It's a lie. It's a lie. But you take the plantain chips with your bare hands. Do you know what you are eating? You are eating plantains with germs. So let me tell you something. Anytime you are giving something, okay, to eat, are you listening? Wash your hands first. Sometimes you are giving hand sanitizers. Let me tell you one thing about it. Immediately you apply the hand sanitizer, you don't touch food. Are you with me? Are you with me? Because it's a gel. And immediately you smell it on your hands, it attracts what? Dust. So you might think that it's healthy. You have to wait for the germs to die first before you touch anything. Are you with me? Are you with me? So enjoy yourself. I hope to see you once again. I hope to see you in the health sector. I hope to see you in the business sector. And then put your hands together for God. So I'll be with you. We'll play games together. We'll have fun. And then stay healthy. You have a question? Okay, so she's asking a question. Quickly, I'll answer that. How do you know when the germs die? How many of you want to know the answer? Good. You can't see germs with your eyes, do you? So what it is You just have to what? Believe that the germ is there. That's not what it is, okay? Every germ has a certain duration to die. Are you with me? So when you wash your hands, when you clean your hands, you don't immediately touch the food, okay? Now, germs are not necessarily harmful. Are you with me? But the more germs you take into your body, the more likely you can become sick. Are you with me? So the hand sanitizers, the soap, don't kill 100% germs. When you read on it, it says what? 99% what? Great. So what happens is that the 1% still remains, but you don't stand the chance of getting sick if you have that 1% in your body. Are you with me? So the germs will still die, but not all of them will die. So you just have to believe, and then that's why you have to keep yourself very clean. Are you with me? So put your hands together for God, enjoy yourself, and then stay healthy.